Hello and welcome. My name is Savannah, and I'm so happy that you have joined me today for practice. I will be guiding you through a yoga class designed to help with some anxiety, some worry, uncertainty, unease, tension in the body. Anxiety is more prevalent now than ever. It affects many parts of our lives. Yoga can be a really great tool for helping with anxiety. So I hope that this class helps you feel a little bit better. I hope that you find some ease and relief and some calmness throughout practice, and that you can take those feelings off of your mat and throughout your day and your week. I hope that you can remember to come back to your breath at any point that life begins to become a little bit too much, that you can remember to slow down, take a break, pause when you need to. I would love to know how you feel after class in the comment section of this video. I love hearing from you and interacting with you. You can also subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and give this video a thumbs up. I really would appreciate that. Thank you. We will begin class in a seated position. You can sit on a pillow or a cushion, or maybe a folded up blanket, or simply down on your mat. Just a reminder to make this practice work for you and how you are feeling right now. So if something isn't working well, you can skip it, you can modify, take what you need. Take what serves you and leave whatever is not working for you. You can skip whatever is not serving you at this time and join us back in when you are ready. Here in this seated position, can you allow your shoulders to come over top of your hips? Can you allow the very top of your head to reach higher towards the ceiling? Can you also ground down through your sitting bones, through your hips and your thighs? Feel supported here. Know that there is nothing that you need to do right now. There is nowhere to be, nowhere to go. Knowing this, can you start to allow your mind and your body to arrive right here, right now? I know that this is easier said than done. It takes time, effort, practice. If you need to make any adjustments in your seats with how your body is positioned, please do that at any time. We will be seated here for a little while, so make yourself comfortable. Start to connect in with your breath. Can you hear your breath? What part of your breath is the easiest for you to connect with? Which part of your breath is longer, your inhales or your exhales? Is your breath short and shallow? Or is it deep and full and complete? Is it a little bit choppy and rough and uneven? Or is it smooth and steady? There are no right or wrong answers. The intention here is just to notice whatever you can about your breath. Take a couple of more breaths right here before we move on. Good. From here, if you did have your eyes closed, you can open them. And I would like you to look around the room that you are in and just take a moment to notice and name 5 things that you see right now. And again, there are no right or wrong answers. It can be anything around you. And from here, can you think of 5 things that you hear? Notice and name 5 things that you are able to hear right now. And now I invite you to move 5 parts of your body. And can you feel those parts of your body as you move them? You could wiggle your fingers or your toes. Maybe you rotate your wrists around. Maybe you nod your head, shake your head. Maybe you shrug your shoulders up and then lower them back down. Whatever you like here. Just start to connect in with your body. What parts of your body can you feel as you move? I encourage you to think back to a time when you were feeling quite anxious and you didn't know how you were going to get through something, how you were going to make it through to the other side of a situation or an event, maybe a test, at school or a job interview, whatever it was, but you made it through. You made it through to the other side. You survived. You're still here today. You made it through that event, that situation, those circumstances. So can you bring something to mind? You were anxious in the past, but you made it through. Take a few breaths here, just reflecting, knowing that you have felt this way in the past, and you made it through, you survived. And the same will be true now. You are feeling anxious, but you will be okay. You're here right now, sitting and breathing, taking this yoga class. But know that you will be okay, you will survive, you will make it through to the other side. Good. Now we'll take 3 breaths, really full breaths in through the nose and then out through the mouth. We'll sigh it out like this. So we'll do 3 of those. Inhale through the nose, really big, fill up. Exhale, let it go through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. From here, inhale, reach your arms up, look up towards your hands. Exhale, hands together at heart center. We'll continue just like that. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, lower the hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach up, grow tall, get bigger. Exhale, hands come down. Once more, inhale. Exhale, hands lower down. Bring your hands down to your lap. Take a big breath here, in and out through the nose or the mouth, whatever you like. Good. Come into a tabletop position when you are ready, on hands and knees. All 4s. So the shoulders will stack over top of the wrists, and the hips will stack over top of the knees. Let's move into some cats and cows from here. So lift the tailbone up as you inhale, lift the head up, arching through the back body. And then exhale to round the spine. Look down towards your knees. Round your back as much as you like. Inhale to arch, coming into cow. Exhale, come into cat. Do a few more of these, going at your own pace, and maybe adding on anything else that feels good. So maybe you take the hips over to one side and then the other, shifting the weight from left to right. Maybe you're able to exaggerate into each cat and cow, finding a bit of a bigger range of motion. Just find what feels really good for your body right now at the beginning of our class. And then come back to center, tabletop, nice neutral spine. Let's from here extend the right leg straight back behind you. Hold it here. Spread all 10 fingers down on the mat, nice and far apart. Allow the right leg to be in line with the spine. And look forward a couple feet out in front of you, down on your mat. Good. From here, reach your left arm out in front, and we'll just be here for a couple of breaths. Release the left hand down. Release the right knee down. Reach your left leg straight back behind you. All 10 fingers down on the mat are still spread nice and far apart. Can you reach the left foot farther back behind you? Keep your chest lifting up. Press your hands down into the mat. One more breath here. Good. Reach your right arm out in front. Find a nice long line from the right fingers all the way back to the left toes. One full breath here. Release the right hand down. Release the left knee down. From here, bring the big toes to touch. Knees farther apart. Start to sit the hips down onto the heels. Walk your hands out in front of you. Rest your forehead down onto the mat. And if it doesn't reach, that is okay too. If your hips are higher in your child's pose, that is okay. Take some time here to get settled in and to find your version of this pose. Take 2 more breaths. Come back up into your tabletop. Hands and knees, tuck all 10 toes under, fingers spread far apart. Take the hips up and back towards the wall behind you. Hips lift high. Knees can be as bent as they need to be. The heels do not have to be reaching the mat. Allow the head to just fall in between the arms. One big breath here before we move on. Start to walk your feet up to your hands at the top of your mat. Feet are about hip distance apart. Bring opposite hand to opposite elbow and fold the upper body down over the legs. The belly and the chest can rest down onto the thighs. The knees can be as bent as you need them to be. I encourage you to bend the knees deeply here. Allow the head to drape down towards the ground. Let the upper body be very heavy. The lower body and the feet are grounded and stable and steady. You can rock from side to side if you like, or simply find stillness. One more big, full breath here. Good. Come all the way up with a nice tall spine. Reach the arms up as you come. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Grow tall, get bigger. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold the body down over the legs, just like what we did before. Now bring the hands onto the shins, the fronts of your lower legs. Press the hands into the shins as you push the shins into your hands. Nice long spine here. Lengthen out a little bit more. Gaze forward. Fold forward. Drape the upper body over the thighs. The belly rests down over the legs. The head is heavy. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms reach up. Exhale, fold the body down once again. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come onto the shins. Exhale to fold the body down. Inhale, come all the way up. Get tall, get bigger. And then fold the body down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. The head is heavy. The belly rests down onto the thighs. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach up. Exhale, fold down over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come onto the shins, lengthen out. Fold down as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale to fold the body down. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale to fold the body down. One more time, just like that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold the body over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bring the feet to about mat distance apart. Bring opposite hand to opposite elbow. Drape the body down. The head is heavy. The upper body is heavy. Shoulders down away from the ears. You can bend your knees as much as you need to. So we're in our forward fold once again. Just now the feet are farther apart from one another. Just take one more breath here. Good. Bring your feet back closer towards one another to hip distance apart. Hands come onto the shins. Halfway lift, we'll hold here for about 5 breaths. The knees can be slightly bent, but they are more straight than they were in your forward fold. Lengthen out a little bit more. Reach the crown of your head farther forward, the hips farther back behind you. Get really strong here through the back body. Good. Plant the hands down. Step both feet back to a plank. Downward facing dog as you lift the hips up and back. The knees can be as bent as you need them to be. The heels do not have to be reaching the ground. One full breath right here. Step your right foot through in between your hands. You can take as many steps as you need to get it there. Rise up into your crescent lunge. So you're on the ball of your left foot. The right foot is grounded down. Arms reach up. The left leg is straight and the right knee is bent. So the knee is directly over the ankle. If it feels better for you, you can also have your hands at heart center. One more breath here. Good. Let's now make our way into warrior 2. So the left heel will ground down. And you can bring your left foot further back behind you, lengthening out your stance. The left leg is straight. Once again, the right knee is bent. The knee is over the ankle. Arms are spread out wide. And you can turn to look towards your right hand if you like. Otherwise, you can look wherever feels best for you. Can you start to feel very steady and stable and grounded through your feet and through the entire lower body here? Take one more breath. Good. From here, straighten your right leg. Bring your left foot a little bit closer in towards your right foot. Reach as far forward as you can as you send the hips back. Reach forward with the right hand. Bring the right hand down towards the ground. Left arm reaches up. So if you have a water bottle or a book or a yoga block or anything like that, you can use that here to place your right hand on for some support. We'll just be here for one more full breath. In this pose, you can look wherever feels best for you. If it feels okay, you can send your gaze up towards the left hand. Come back to warrior two, arms out to the side, deeply bend your right knee. So the knee is over the ankle once again. Bring the hands down to frame your right foot. Step it back to plank. Come right back to downward facing dog. The hips lift up. Take a couple of breaths in your downward facing dog before we go through that flow on the other side. Step now your left foot through in between the hands. You can take as many steps as you need to get it there. The left foot is grounded down and you're on the ball of the right foot. Come all the way up into your crescent lunge. Arms can reach up, or if you prefer, the hands can come together at heart center. The left knee is over the left ankle and the right leg is straight. We'll take a few breaths here. Can you feel strong and stable in this pose? Let's open now up into warrior two. So the right heel will ground down. Bring the right foot farther back behind you towards the back of your mat, lengthening out your stance. Arms open up to the side. Look towards the left hand, if that feels okay for your neck. Otherwise, look wherever feels best for you. A deep bend in the left knee, and the right leg is straight. Shoulders down away from the ears. Ground down into this pose through the lower body and feel a little bit lighter and more spacious through the upper body. Take one more breath. Straighten through the left leg. Bring the right foot a little bit closer in, shortening the stance. Send your hips back behind you towards the back of the room, and then reach as far forward as you can with the left hand. Left hand will start to come down towards the ground. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. If you have a book, a block, or a water bottle, or anything like that, you can use that to place your left hand on for a little bit of support in this pose. Take one more breath. You can look wherever feels best for you. Come back up into warrior two. Arms go out to the side. Look towards your left hand if that feels okay for your neck. Bend deeply into your left knee. Right leg is straight. Good. From here, windmill the hands to frame the left foot. Step the left foot back of the mat, plank, right to downward facing dog. Stay in your downward facing dog for a few breaths. Look forward, top of the mat, make your way there. Feet meet the hands. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, reach up. Exhale, fold right back down over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands down. Exhale, step back to plank, downward facing dog. We'll move through that a few times. Look forward, top of the mat. Exhale, make your way there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold over the legs. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale to fold over. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthening out. Plant the hands down. Exhale, plank. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, make your way to the top of your mat. As you breathe in, halfway lift, hands come to the shins, lengthen out. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, fold the body down over the legs. Inhale, breathing in, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back to plank, downward facing dog. We'll do that one more time, but for now, take a couple of breaths here in your downward facing dog. Look forward. Make your way to the top of your mat as you breathe out. As you breathe in, lengthen out, halfway lift. Hands come onto the shins. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. Stand tall. Exhale, fold the body down over the legs. Inhale, lengthen out, halfway lift. Plant the hands down. Exhale, step back to plank. Back to downward facing dog. Bring the knees down and come to a seat with your legs extended out in front of you. We'll cross the right foot over the left leg. The left leg is straight, right leg is bent. The right hand will come behind us, tent up onto the right fingers, and the left arm will wrap around the right leg. Look over your right shoulder. Come into your seated twist. Sit up nice and tall. Find a little bit more engagement in your left leg. Continue to look over the right shoulder. Good, come back to center and we'll switch sides. So the right leg will be straight, the left foot will cross over it. The left hand will come behind you, tent up onto the fingers, and the right arm will wrap around the left leg. Start to look over the left shoulder as you come into your twist. Make sure that your right leg, your straight leg, is still engaged and working here. It's not just hanging out. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders over the hips. And think of twisting from the very base of your spine all the way up through to the crown of your head. Come back to center, releasing from your twist. Extend the legs out long. Make your way down onto your back, taking your time to get there, knowing there's no need to rush. Once you get down onto your back, the legs will be bent. The feet will be close in towards the hips, so you can just reach the heels with your fingers. Ground down into your feet to lift the hips up. And as you lift the hips up, you'll reach the arms up overhead. So the backs of the hands go down onto the ground behind you. Lower the hips down, lower the arms back down, arms alongside the body. We'll do this a few more times. Inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms up as well. Exhale to lower the hips, lower the arms down, arms alongside the body. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower the hips and the arms down. Inhale, lift the hips and the arms up. Exhale to lower. Let's do about 3 more of these. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. Good. From here, bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins, around your legs. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself a squeeze. You can rock from side to side if that feels good, or find stillness in the pose. As you give yourself this hug here, can you thank yourself for coming onto your mat and practicing yoga? Thank yourself for taking care of yourself. Thank yourself for taking time to look after your mental health. Thank yourself for taking care of your mental health. Let's extend the legs long. The feet can go towards the top 2 corners of the mat. The arms go long alongside the body. Take up lots of space here. If you prefer to have the knees bent, the soles of the feet down on the mat, you can do that. And if you prefer to come onto one side, right or left, you can do that. Just make sure that you are comfortable. And you can even take this posture lying on your belly. So take as much time as you need to get adjusted, to change positions, to get comfortable and to get settled in. If it feels comfortable for you, you can close your eyes. But by all means, if it doesn't work for you to close your eyes here, simply keep them open. And what can you notice about your breath right now at the end of our practice? How is it different than the beginning of the class? Perhaps it is the same, and that is perfectly okay too. Can you take a moment here to notice how you are feeling physically? How is the body feeling? Notice any areas of tension or stress you are holding. And then notice how you are feeling mentally and emotionally. What are your thoughts and feelings like? What is your anxiety level like right now? And I want you to know that it is okay if it is still quite high. That is fine, that is normal. Try not to beat yourself up about it, that you did this class and that you are still feeling anxious. That's okay. Just take a moment to notice how you are feeling. That's it. Identify and label the emotion. Feel supported in your Savasana, in this pose. Feel your yoga mat supporting you, and feel the ground and the earth beneath you also supporting you. Know that you are exactly where you need to be right now. There is nothing you need to do. Simply give your body and your mind this opportunity and this time to rest. I encourage you to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you need. Take your time. When you do come out of it, I encourage you to come out of it slowly and mindfully, keeping the focus and your attention turned inward to yourself. Also keeping your eyes closed if you had them closed during Shavasana. Thank you so very much for being here with me today. I really, truly appreciate it. If this class has helped you at all, which I really hope that it did, please leave me a comment or give this video the thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. Any one of these things would really help me out. I always love hearing from you and interacting with you. I hope that you are feeling at least just a little bit better now than when you stepped onto your mat today. the light in me sees and honors the light in you.